Wake up, kids, it's Joe and Nick for your weekend vacation. Grab your stool, squat on down for crappy animation. Let the gang's dumb commentary prop open your eyelids and watch some TV shows that have aged even worse than they did. So fill your bowls, use your spoons, it's Saturday morning cartoons.
Happy Saturday, everybody!
Happy Saturday, everybody!
Welcome.
All right.
It's Saturday Morning Cartoons, the show where we watch forgettable, sometimes brilliant, sometimes great cartoons from our childhoods. And this week we got one that's not so shabby. It's the Real Ghostbusters. Who watched this one? I did.
Is this the gorilla one or is this the actual
No,
one?
this isn't. Yeah, we'll get into it. But
Who
this
are the real Ghostbusters?
this
You'll have
one?
to watch this episode to find out.
Yeah, they're the real Ghostbusters, but they're not the ones from the movie, but they're more like it than the gorilla one. So that's
It should be the more real Ghostbusters.
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
The realer.
But yeah, Harold Ramis didn't have a blonde tornado for a haircut, so it's not quite the same as the real Ghostbusters. So
Who's our special guest today? Who do we got for special
Well,
guest?
we
Is
got
it, is it a voice? Oh, it's the voice of Slimer?
no, that's for somebody we all know and love. But we have a Irish-looking gentleman down there.
Oh,
It's
is it the guy who has a little bit of Irish in him?
That's right. It's our St. Patrick's Day episode, so we got Steve Lawrence there. Welcome, Steve.
Excited to be here.
Happy St. Patrick's Day. What are you doing to celebrate the big holiday?
I'll probably go out. I'm of Irish descent. So,
What
I'll go out and
percentage?
have- well, 50.
Okay.
Split down my mom's side. So all of my mom's side comes from Irish. My
Your
dad's
mom's
side was all
100% Irish?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, so you're 50%. All right, that's pretty good.
The Ghostbusters episode we'll be watching is a St. Patrick's Day themed. What occupation do you think the Irish person plays? The Irish American person has
Potato farmer.
No, this is an Irish American person in New York City. What occupation?
Police officer.
Pub owner.
Police officer is correct.
All right, that was my second guess.
George, did you
Iron was third.
I was going to say ambassador to Ireland.
No, good guess. So what's everybody eating or drinking from this morning?
I got a fun mug sent to me from Bob in Maryland. Take a look at this. So yeah, if you had some fun mugs you're trying to get off your hands, send it to me. This is from The Hobbit. I guess it's a restaurant in Maryland. Where in Maryland is it? Ocean City, Maryland. So yeah, there's a place called The Hobbit there. I wonder if it's Hobbit themed. But thank you, Bob, for sending me that. That's what I'll be sipping from today.
I got a Nick's Cool Cup. I got a Ziggy one today. Caitlin isn't here to see it, but she'd be proud. It says "Time for a food break."
Oh, you know what? You should eBay that. You could easily get 79 cents for it.
Well, and look where it comes from. It's a Hardee's promotional mug.
Oh.
So Ziggy, they didn't get the big dogs like the Disney tie-ins that McDonald's got. Hardee's was like, "We'll take Ziggy." Yeah, sure. So this was 1979.
When was the last time you guys ate at a Hardee's?
I don't know that I ever have.
Really?
1992.
Steve,
College.
we should make a documentary. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, yeah. I mean, my answer isn't interesting, but yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say,
Whereas
Steve, we
the
should make a
documentary
documentary
about me going to Hardee's, that's
for the first
that's going
time.
to put asses in the seat.
Let's
In
have
one
Les
bite.
Blank do it. Yeah, I'd watch
think
that.
we should honestly. Let's honestly.
So this
let's
is
do a
what it's
GoFundMe.
like. It's some slightly different menu items than Burger King and McDonald's. Interesting.
The
Okay.
names aren't all the same, but
Next summer, the sequel, Steve Goes to Roy Rogers.
Oh, it's
I would
endless.
watch that.
that
It's
he's
a
only been
franchise.
to. That he's only been to once.
Got a
Never.
franchise
Yeah.
on our hands.
Yeah.
Well, George, what do you have?
Well, I have two segments. I have George's hilarious solo cups. I'm drinking from that today,
Uh-huh.
but I
That's a good one.
also am in the cereal. I've got the cereal. I've
in our
got,
Saturday branded cereal bowls. Yes.
I've got a bag of marshmallow mateys, not actual Lucky
Lucky
Charms, but it
Charms?
does mention Lucky Charms compared to Lucky Charms.
Oh,
And I'm
okay.
comparing it to Lucky Charms internally.
Pirate
So far, so
themed
good.
instead of leprechaun themed. Steve?
I have apples and some almond butter that I will be eating.
What's wrong with you?
The normal
Apples?
breakfast meal. Don't ask any other questions.
Are you serious? That's what you eat for breakfast?
Sometimes, yeah. Today, I
You
am.
you look a little thinner to me right now.
I'm trying.
Steve, I mean, you should really be drinking like Murphy's Irish Stout or out of a spoon as cereal this morning. I mean, that's the traditional Irish breakfast, right?
After 8 a.m. it is. Since it was before 8 a.m. I'm doing
right.
this, and then at 8 a.m. I switch over. And
I
that's every day.
I
That's
should
not
mention
just
we're
a bad-
pre-taping this at 5 a.m, so that's why.
Right. Yep. That's how we all are at 5 a.m. Yeah.
I have a lot to get to with this cartoon, so I want to talk right away.
You want to
about-
skip the commercial, which was controversial.
Yeah, well, we have other commercials because Real Ghostbusters turns out had a lot of great toys actually. So George has
Okay.
some queued up for that. But let's first talk about the long journey of Real Ghostbusters. We covered some of this because we covered the other Ghostbusters cartoon, the one with the gorilla, the Filmation gorilla cartoon, which actually, okay, so blockbuster movie 1984 Ghostbusters comes out. What Sony Columbia didn't realize is that there was actually a 1975 children's sitcom, 15 crummy episodes of this slapstick comedy sitcom called The Ghostbusters, featuring the gorilla wearing a propeller beanie.
And we watched that last season.
Yeah, we watched the cartoon version of that because once the film came out, oh, by the way, when Columbia made the Ghostbusters movie, they're like, there's another intellectual property called Ghostbusters. All right, we'll pay them $608,000 to license the name, but we'll never hear the end of it if we don't do that. So they paid $500,000 to Filmation, got the rights, made the movie, it was a hit, and now Filmation's seeing dollar signs, and they're like, hey, we still own our title, let's make a cartoon based on it. So that's why Filmation's Ghostbusters comes out. They offered to make the officially licensed one, but Sony's like, no, we have our other plans. We're going to get Deke. We're going to pair up with Deke to make our cartoon. So Filmation and Deke are rushing to make a Ghostbusters cartoon. I think Filmation's beat them by like 2 weeks. It came out in September of 1986. And then the Real Ghostbusters comes out like 2 weeks later, like September 14th, 1986. And I remember as a kid being really confused. Like you're seeing promos for both. One's called The Real Ghostbusters, but they don't look like the Ghostbusters from the movie either. The premises are similar. I didn't know what to believe. Do you guys remember being confused about this?
Yeah, they both aired at the exact same time. And I knew people who were in either camps too. I knew somebody who was a Ghostbusters fan, which was confusing because the movie's called Ghostbusters, but then the cartoon's called The Real Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
But then like I was 100% in the Real Ghostbusters camp because I was like, what? Why is there an ape in Ghostbusters?
Yeah, that didn't make any sense to me. But yeah, the weird part is they didn't really model these. Like I mentioned, Egon, like Harold Ramis, looks nothing like him. He has glasses. I guess that's it. But it had the same characters. So Lorenzo Music, who we know is the voice of Garfield, played the Bill Murray character, Peter Venkman, who doesn't look like Bill Murray in this either. Just a reminder what his voice is like. Everybody will recognize it, I think.
The old stare him in the face until he wakes up routine isn't working. And the slap him silly with a cattail routine isn't making it either.
All right. So weirdly, this is just, when Lorenzo Music died in, I think, the 90s or early 2000s, and then they made the live action / computer animated Garfield movies, and now Bill Murray's voicing Garfield. And he's almost trying to do a Lorenzo Music impression. Here's a little of that.
Once again, my life has been saved by the miracle of lasagna.
So already weird. And then in season 4, Dave Coulier takes over and starts doing a Bill Murray impression in The Real Ghostbusters. So he's not sounding like Lorenzo Music. He's sounding more like doing his like basically the Caddyshack Bill Murray as the voice. And that's when I think I dropped off of the real Ghostbusters. That and I went to college, I think. So around that time. But 147 total episodes.
Who was Dan Aykroyd then in that? Or is there no Dan Aykroyd?
Yeah, Dan Aykroyd. I'll get to it in a second. And
Okay.
yeah, but he's somebody that you'll recognize. And Winston, who was played by Ernie Hudson in the movie. And like that part was kind of a nothing part. There was some controversy about it because I think it was originally supposed to be Eddie Murphy in the movie, and then Ernie Hudson came in late and didn't have much to do. He auditioned. He was the only original cast member to be the voice of his character in the cartoon, and they gave it to Arsenio Hall instead. So poor Ernie Hudson couldn't catch a break by getting the voice of his own character of Winston Zeddemore. So yeah, here we have Dave Coulier taking over, and then we had Annie Potts played Janine in the movie, and here's what they kind of like sexed her up a little bit in the cartoon, and I think because of that, she has a robust category on DeviantArt. This is one of the more tame Janine from the real Ghostbusters art that's up there. There's some pretty racy stuff for Janine.
And that's from your private collection, Nick?
Yeah, this is just from my hard drive. Yeah, I didn't even have to go look it on the internet for this.
Oh, can you imagine what Nick's hard drive looks like? Oh boy.
There's
It's very well organized.
It is. Everything's in its place. Slimer in the movie was terrifying. Like, I mean, I guess he wasn't terrifying, but he was an evil ghost. Dan Aykroyd said it was sort of like the ghost of John Belushi, who's from Animal House, stuffing hot dogs.
He was an annoying ghost, right?
Yeah.
Like he was a poltergeist, right? Poltergeists are like annoying, right?
Yeah. And he wasn't called Slimer. He was just, like a nameless ghost there. I think fans started calling him Slimer. And then eventually in the cartoon, they made him lovable. He even has like a birthday party. And see if you recognize this voice. That's right. It's
right on
Frank
schedule.
Welker.
Right on schedule.
Welker.jpg, the most used file in the history of Saturday morning cartoons.
Our good friend Frank Welker, and he also voiced Ray, Dan Aykroyd in the cartoon as well.
Okay.
Doing more of a straight lace.
Well,
yeah.
In the promo photo that you had, or whatever it was, the promo illustration.
Yeah.
Dan Aykroyd wasn't in it. And I was like, what did they do with Dan Aykroyd? That's why I was asking.
Yeah.
I was worried.
I think in later episodes too, they kind of wrote him out of the cartoon because he didn't have much to do. It was like you have the science guys, Egon, and so was Ray, sort of. So they
have the wacky guy.
Yeah.
The Bill Murray guy. You don't need Dan Aykroyd.
Welker also voiced the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man and Mayor Lenny, the mayor of New York. So he was a busy guy. As we learned, last week he was sleeping in limos just to get all his voiceover work outside of the recording studio. So, and the cast always recorded together. The show, I think I mentioned, was nominated for an Emmy. So for my money, this is the better of the two Ghostbusters cartoons. I hadn't watched it in many years, but there's some actual laughs and you can tell the cast kind of played off each other pretty well. So
who made this one?
This is a DiC combined with Sony. So basically it's DiC with a budget, and it was shipped to Japan to do all the animation. So it was a big team up, and also Coca-Cola was involved somehow. I think they owned Columbia Sony at the time. So it was a big, merger, and it was a popular syndicated cartoon that ran from I believe 86 all the way up to like 91 in various incarnations. It became Slimer and the Ghostbusters, and there was a spin-off called the Extreme Ghostbusters years later too in 1997. So
are they working in Coca-Cola throughout the whole thing?
I didn't see any product placement. But yeah, in this episode, there's a St. Patrick's Day theme. So Steve, you're going to feel right at home there with all your Boston merch.
50%.
Yeah, and hopefully you can show some of that off later. I know you got some Irish memorabilia. So let's get in the spirit. I tried to make him feel at home here. let's get
Yeah.
into the spirit of St. Patrick's Day with the real Ghostbusters.
But the real reason that Steve's on is because we couldn't find an actual Irish person, right?
Caitlin was busy.
Okay.
No, we love having Steve. He was last on for Pro Star. So, all right, here we
Who
go.
wasn't available that time?
We had Bo Jackson ready to go. And then he
It's
canceled
gonna be taking up
last
two
minute.
different windows.
Yeah.
Something strange in the neighborhood. Who you gonna call? There's something weird and it don't look good. Who you gonna call?
And obviously, they got the theme song.
Yeah. Ray Parker Jr. He got paid. Well, he got sued though. From
Yeah, he
Huey
got
Lewis,
sued for
right?
part of it. Yeah.
I ain't afraid of no
So
ghosts.
I wonder if Huey Lewis got paid for this.
I ain't afraid of no
I ain't afraid of no Welkers.
How long is this after the second movie came out? Like it feels.
When did Ghostbusters 2 come out? I feel like it was after this.
89.
89, yeah. So this came out 86, and then the
And
cartoon
the
was
first was
airing.
out 84.
Yeah. So
So seems like a long break between this and the movie. Then
yeah, I mean it's 2 years, yeah. So I think this actually kept the lore of Ghostbusters alive, you know, in between the second movie coming out. So yeah.
Who you gonna call?
And like if you had that itch to see like the traps and the science, and it kind of extended the lore. What do you think? Is this based on anything? The Scaring of the Green? The Tavern on the Green? The
No, the airing. What's that?
Oh,
It's an expression.
but look at it's the Eden brothers. They're like the Coen
Oh,
brothers.
the airing of the green?
is it an Irish like
The
Well, I-
scaring of the green. Well, that's why we have Steve on, so Steve can give
the
us
wearing
answers
of
like
the
this.
green instead of the wearing of
Oh.
the green, it's the
Right.
scaring of the green.
got it.
It's
The
the
wearing
wearing
of
of
the
the-
green is something you do on St. Patrick's Day?
Correct.
Okay. It's a reach. It's a reach.
No, it's real.
Okay.
Is it really? Oh yeah.
All right. So we're gonna meet the mayor. The
I'm so glad we have Steve on this episode to
know.
like help us through some of these confusing parts.
yeah. Can Bo Jackson do that?
Started yet?
Back off, slime monger!
I believe so.
Whenever a wealthy dowager is showing up, or well, like she'd be right at place at like coming to the Three Stooges are catering a fancy banquet, and you know,
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Have you had a wealthy dowager at a found footage festival show yet?
yeah. It
Somebody
didn't go.
roll
It
in.
did not go well. I'll just
We should
say
have-
that, yeah.
We should have a wealthy dowager as a guest on Saturday Morning Cartoons.
Good evening, boys. I trust the audio is okay. We'll have no problems with the mics clipping today, shall we?
Slime monger!
I believe
Oh
so.
boy. All right.
I don't love the character design of this ghost here.
I invited every important Irishman.
Wait a second. Can you pause?
Mhm.
Steve-
Yeah.
Steve said he has the Wheaton of the
The
Green
wearing
song pulled
of
up.
the green.
Oh.
It's a Wolf Tone song. But I did pulled up I pulled up one with lyrics. I don't know if it's a Wolf Tone song.
Well,
do you want
in
to hear a
the-
quick second?
Yeah, in the chat you said I have the Wheaton of the Green.
I'm
song.
trying
You know
to
what the
type.
hell he was talking about?
Will
Yeah.
Wheaton? Um,
Will Wheaton's a big Irishman.
do you want to play it? Do you want
All
to play some of the song?
Yeah, I'll show you a little bit of it just so you guys
Okay.
know that I'm not.
No, I've heard the expression. It's a real expression
Yeah.
with the lyrics.
The wearing of the green? Huh. Is this Frank Worley?
And since the colour we must wear is England's cruel red, sure Ireland's sons will ne'er forget the blood that they have shed.
It's always
You
about
may
some
take the
horrible
shamrock-
massacre or sacrifice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Underfoot
stop my
tis
share.
trod.
All
Yeah.
right. Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now can I share the chat that Steve
Yeah,
just
Absolutely.
of-
Yeah.
where he said I have
Great.
the Wheaton of the Green song pulled up.
I just
Steve,
pretend I
aren't you
didn't
glad
see
you
it.
said yes to this at
Oh,
the last
man,
minute
I
to help
love
us out?
I love it.
All right. So the mayor is voiced by Frank Welker is upset at the Ghostbusters.
New York to the St. Patrick's Day dinner. Do you know
The
how
New
many
York
Irish
guy.
voters there are in this city?
Do you know how many Irish voters there are in New York? Living or dead?
I'm getting strong readings. Over there.
You.
Hold that thought.
Just any cartoon with Lorenzo music.
What a
Gummy
stupid-
bears.
Yikes!
Oh, is he in Gummy Bears?
Yeah, I think he was Tummy Gummy, the purple one.
goes. I got him, Ray. Got it.
It's weird to hear him excitable. Like, I got him, Ray.
Stand
Yeah.
back.
Well, that's the last of them.
What?
I say.
Whoops.
Uh-oh.
How was I supposed to know it was the mayor's wife? All I saw was a quivering green blob.
I'll tell her you said that.
Give us a break, Frump. It's almost St. Patrick's Day. We're gonna miss the parade.
I didn't know you were Irish.
That's enough now, Lieutenant
Oh,
Frump.
was that a race
I'll be
joke
taken
there?
over here. Wait outside, if you please.
Sure, Chief. Whatever you say.
Chief of Police is Irish. They decided to go with that.
I'm
there we go.
Deputy Police Chief
And he has
O'Malley.
those sideburns.
I was wondering if you Ghostbusters could do me a wee bit of a favor. I can get the charges dropped, and I'll even pay
The
for
ghosts
a
are
run of
after
the
me,
mayor's
Lucky
wife's dress
Charms.
that you burned to a cinder.
Is this
Sorry,
guy
Steve, I didn't mean
beautiful
to
or
offend.
what? What's the favor?
He's half offended.
It's a confidential matter, mind. A long time ago, the head of the O'Malley clan stole a pot of gold from a leprechaun. The leprechaun put a curse
boy.
on the O'Malleys.
Well, but this is interesting because, like in Lost, there's like the men of faith and the men of science, and Ray and Egon are very skeptical of these tales of. They think there's a scientific explanation for everything. So here's the skeptics.
Also, I feel like it's almost like borderline like offensive to Irish people. It's like there's a pot of gold at the end of the.
Of course it
Well, let's
is.
ask Steve.
Steve, are you fuming right now?
I am not, but I could understand how a true Irishman might be.
All right, so here's back to the ethnic stereotype police chief.
Leprechaun. The
Can't
leprechaun
wait for my next
put a
debate.
curse on the O'Malleys. And now, when there's a full moon on St. Patrick's Day, a bog hound rises and carries away the head of the clan O'Malley.
A bog hound.
Yep. Carrying away the head of the clan.
Today's St. Patrick's Day. The moon is full, and I'm...
Head of the clan O'Malley.
You seem to be doubting me word.
Oh no, we run into this kind of thing all the time, don't we, guys?
Absolutely.
Of course.
Every day.
Me great-grandfather himself was almost carried away. He even felt the jaws of the hound close on him before he escaped. He used to show me this when I was a wee babe, as proof of the tale. The hair of the dog that bit him.
Family heirloom.
That doesn't prove anything.
The real Ghostbusters will return after these messages.
The hair of the dog? Is that what they're talking about?
Yeah,
that's the-
hair of the hound
okay.
that bit him. So
Yeah.
that's
I
a
mean, is that
drinking
like a
reference,
play
right?
On the, yeah, well, yeah,
Yeah.
no, it saves me all the time. So yeah, no, but that's what they're referencing, right? Is
I
or
guess
what
so.
came first?
Yeah, I don't know though.
It's
I
a
don't know what the
drinking- it's a
lore is.
drinking-
Yeah.
It's a drinking reference, but it's an Irish thing. So I'm wondering if, like, yeah, I'm wondering if there's a
The hair
connection.
of the dog that bit you is supposed to be sort of like an antidote, right? Like it wouldn't get
If
infected.
you drank heavily last night and then today you wake up and you're feeling bad, you start drinking again, and that's the hair of the dog that bit you.
Right, but is there an
So-
actual thing is it based on an actual hair of a dog that bit you is supposed to be an antidote because it has the same
I've only known it as a drinking reference.
Right.
But maybe it was a reference of something before it was a drinking
This
reference.
sounds like four guys on a Zoom call.
No one knows the answer, but we're going to talk about it from a place of authority.
Would somebody just jump out of Wikipedia quickly?
We're going
please?
to talk
Like-
confidently about the expression. Yeah. Let's get to some commercials, and while we do that, Steve's going to hop on Wikipedia.
All right, well, here are some commercials featuring Slimer and other ghosts that found their way into kids' consumer culture. And it's just a few of the many beloved characters who we stand to lose if the Ghostbusters are successful. Saturday morning cartoons will be right back.
The Ghostbusters slowly. Meow! I know something scary. Cavities. Time to brush.
Aw, Mom! Hey! Mom got a Slimer toothpaste. Ooh! It's Slimer! Let's play Cavity Busters. Toothbrush, Ray. Checky gun. Slimer toothpaste, Ray. Checky gun. Ready? Let's brush!
I bet Coulier was kind of like trying to jockey for the Slimer voice too.
Available at Target. Oscar save on
He's like, guys, I do the jackalope, I do the beaver.
That's where the money is.
I let me do Slimer, and Welker's like over my dead body.
Coulier is like poor man's Welker, isn't he?
Yeah, he
Like,
with doing the animal voices and the.
I bet Welker would be watching episodes of Full House and just be fuming.
Yeah, and Howie Mandel too. I bet was just trying to, he did I think Gizmo and Bobby's World. He kind of did that slammery voice too. So yeah.
I bet both of those guys were watching Full House and just so mad and just like steam coming out of their ears.
Someone's come for a nutritious breakfast.
What? Hello, my name is Boo. Let me finish. Booberry. My ghostly good blueberry flavored cereal, Booberry, is part of this complete breakfast.
Boo to you, Blueberry. Frankenberry's got strawberry flavored marshmallows. Count Chocula's got chocolate marshmallows.
But I've got blueberry flavored
But
marshmallows.
at any point, do you think one of them would say, like, what are we arguing about here?
Blueberry.
Morning, kids. It's a Pac-Man day with my crispy corn cereal coming your way.
With marshmallows.
Kids love ghosts.
Delicious! I'm Inky.
I'm Blinky.
I'm Pinky.
I'm Clyde. We're the marshmallows.
They can't be nice. They want to have to, like, kill them.
Pac-Man's supposed to eat them. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. They can't be nice.
Well, he just ate them. But seemingly coexisting with them.
Marshmallows. Delicious.
Wait a minute, are they ghosts before he eats them? Because they turn into ghosts after. I guess I should have looked this up.
Oh, wait,
I
they
should've
turn
looked
into
this
just
up, the series.
eyes. They turn into just eyes, but they're already dead. Yeah, they were.
Steve, can you look that up on Wikipedia too? Because they're ghosts, but then they get chomped and they turn into ghosts again.
And what did they do before they died?
Again, this is another Zoom call with no answers.
There's a new spirit at Pizza Hut.
Hi, Casper.
Welcome. Living or non-living?
Should've ordered Diet Pepsi, kid. Now order any pizza or Pepsi and get a glow-in-the-dark hand puppet from the movie Casper. Only $1.49. Dine-in, carry-out, or delivery.
Boo!
I never saw anything so hideous. You love the stuff we made of Pizza Hut.
Ghosts.
Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice.
Yahoo! It's showtime. Hey, annoying hombres making you do stuff you hate. Don't lose your head. Make them history. Think that's scary? Watch this. Whoa! That went right through me.
Did you see that?
Now watch this.
Oh,
First,
pretty cool
a double
toys,
team.
actually.
Yeah.
Now a double scare.
They're doing something different.
Mm-hmm.
So when you want to scare somebody,
Did I give you one of those?
me a call.
Yeah, there's one in the office.
Beetlejuice. Gotta go.
Is there?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Huh.
Ghosts.
Ghosts
in
and
commercials.
yeah, thanks for those, George. And Steve has an answer, a rare answer on a Zoom call about what the hair of the dog origin.
Our friends at Lexico say it comes from an old belief that someone bitten by a rabid dog could be cured of rabies by taking a portion containing some of the potion containing some of the dog's hair.
The hair of the dog. That would make sense. Okay. All right.
Then it got turned into being about drinking.
Yeah, about drinking. Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Ah, okay.
Now back to Saturday morning cartoons.
Well, let's see what wards off the hound that is coming to get the head of the Clan O'Malley in this episode, The Scaring of the Green.
What happened in the first half?
They got put in jail because they insulted the mayor's wife, and then the police chief, who just happened to be Irish, told them that this hound's coming after him.
We now return to the real Ghostbusters.
My brain watches these, and it's just like, you're not going to need this
I
information.
noticed a pattern there, yeah.
Yeah.
How's science look to you now?
You know, we're all descended from fish. It would be no trouble at all to blip back in time, find the fish you descended from,
Look at his
and
lip
stuff it
color.
into a Cuisinart.
I withdraw the question.
Where did you find the four-leaf clover?
It was in the
Lorenzo.
botanical gardens. They told me the odds were 1 in a million. But you can't argue with... It's gone.
Well, now I know what happened to my rabbit's foot.
We've wasted enough time on superstition.
He ate it.
A ghost is a ghost.
You can't argue with that.
We have to approach this boghound problem coolly, logically, and scientifically.
You mean blast him?
Exactly.
Did he just
I'll
say
charge up the
coulier?
proton packs.
What?
Did he just say coulier?
I didn't hear that, but
Coolly, logically.
I think he said
oh, coolly.
Cooley.
Oh yeah.
Okay. I
Some,
think that's the first time Cooley has ever been used
yeah.
in a cartoon before.
You think some artist right now is looking, or back then was looking at the drawing of Janine right there and being like, I bet I could draw her in lingerie. Let me just start on that. And
Also, can we talk about the crouching? Like, what do you think about the crouching?
his legs
And-
look a lot
and what-
short.
And what they did with his ass specifically. Yeah.
The legs look very short.
I'm always kind of interested in what they do with asses and crotches, because those are always kind of the ones that stick out. I think they might be tough to draw.
Yeah, well, who's the sexual man now?
There's
Always,
nothing sexual
always
about it.
interested in asses and crotches, eh?
We
Touche,
have to
well
approach this
played.
boghound problem coolly, logically, and scientifically.
You mean
Coolly.
blast him?
Exactly.
I'll charge up the proton packs.
Just ate it.
It's the parade. And we don't be allowing gays, we don't.
Pardon me. Excuse me. Ghostbusters coming. Pardon us.
Step aside.
Sorry.
Out of the way, please.
Did you not find the four-leaf clover?
Don't worry, Chief. The boghound hasn't found you yet.
I think he can start worrying.
The proton packs!
I mean, the formula's pretty good. Locations around New York City, different monster of the week.
I've never been so humiliated in my life.
Well, this isn't over yet.
Oh,
whoa.
Wait. Let me grab a screen grab of this. right now. Hold on.
Yeah.
Command Shift 4. Hold on. Just give me a second.
Interested
here.
in crotches? You
Gonna-
got, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You know what? I think I have a coffee table book. It's like the crotches and asses of cartoon characters from the golden age of Saturday morning cartoons.
Would
This
this
is
be in
similar to-
calligraphy font, that title?
Yeah, I think it should be. This is similar to the Flash's position after his wife died in Defenders of the Earth, right?
Mm-hmm.
Was it the Flash's wife who died?
Flash Gordon.
Flash Gordon, yeah, not the Flash, right? Yeah.
All right,
Um,
right.
Yeah, I think I cut out the scene, but yeah, he got thrown into the mayor's wife's car and ended up in that precarious position there.
Humiliated in my life.
Well, this isn't over yet.
Come on, Peter. O'Malley's in trouble.
A four-leaf clover.
What do you think you're
This is out of
doing?
control.
Sorry, I
Yeah.
don't have time to explain. I got to see a man about a dog.
So he thinks the four-leaf clover will ward off the boghound.
Hey, this thing's made out of plastic. Whoa!
Pretty good scary creature. I like four eyes.
Yeah.
Are they gonna call them four eyes? They'll call them four eyes. See you later, four eyes.
Got him.
See you later, Four Eyes.
Great work, Egon. I mean that.
It's all right, Chief O'Malley. We got the bog hound.
I found a penny.
I kind of laughed that I found a penny. I kind of liked his delivery there. Lorenzo Music. I just like his low key delivery. I don't know, something about it.
Got him.
Great work, Egon. I mean that.
It's all right, Chief O'Malley. We got the bog hound.
I found a penny.
In recognition of your extreme
that's pretty
heroism
good.
today,
Yeah.
the directors of the St. Patrick's Day Parade.
What are you guys doing for St. Patrick's Day Eve? Dinner?
Family.
Dinner with the mayor?
family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going
Dinner
to.
with an Irish family.
Eric Adams is having a big dinner for luminaries. I'll be there. Some wealthy dollagers will be in attendance.
I proclaimed you honorary.
Always
officer.
are.
The awards will be presented by the honorary Grand Marshal of the parade, my wife.
This is more than an honor.
Ooh.
It's a pleasure.
Ow!
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me try again.
Ow!
There it is, the real Ghostbusters. And you can see the 147, Arsenio Hall, Maurice LaMarche, who was in
All-star
future.
cast.
He was Animaniacs, did the Orson Welles impression, and Lorenzo Music, Laura Summers, Janine originally, and Frank Welker. So look at it.
I'm impressed by your edit, Nick.
I followed the story perfectly. The only point I got confused is when it was the shot of Bill Murray character in the lap. I thought we were shooting down, so I thought that was her butt, not her legs.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't have any reference to it.
Right. I did. Yeah. I cut out a scene where he flies into her limo and from the parade. And yeah. I get it.
Wait a second. What? Okay. Let
You
me
got
pull
the
it
screen
up.
grab up.
Yeah,
right?
I have the screen read.
Yeah.
Just give me a second just to pull it up here. But
Yeah.
And I guess
So
the
you
other
thought that
question-
was a cleavage,
I thought it was a cleavage
bust
shot,
cleavage,
which I thought
not.
was much more risque.
Oh, I see.
So
Yeah.
I think like the camera's basically over her head
Oh.
looking down. I had no idea.
Oh, I
was
see.
like- I was.
I
like,
don't
wow,
see.
You thought that was above her breast, and she had lifted up her shirt.
No, I felt like she was wearing a halter top of sorts, and we were shooting down, and I thought it was grabbing her breast. I
Like
was
from
like,
her
what is
point of
going
view,
on?
like, right? It's from
Oh,
her point
I
of view
see.
of her face looking
The
down.
camera would have been where her face is looking down. I thought it
Oh,
was
it's
a
an
POV shot.
optical. It's an optical illusion.
It's
Yeah.
3 different
We all see what we want.
erotic. Well, I didn't see it at all. So what does that say about
But
me?
it is her crotch, right? I mean,
It's
like,
definitely
that's what it
her
is.
crotch.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All
Once
right.
we made
I
that
think this
mention,
might be our
yeah.
most watched episode just based on that thumbnail alone. So anything for clicks. All right, I have a oh wait, Steve, do you have any Irish things you can hold up for us just to kind of get in the
Well, I'm going to show you. What I'm
Oh
gonna
yeah.
do.
Have
This
you
is
been to
how I-
Ireland?
I have been to Ireland.
Oh.
This is what I'm wearing today. I got my Jameson shoes. I've got my Shamrock pants.
Jameson shoes?
Oh yeah.
You have
Look at it.
Jameson shoes.
Oh yeah. Without
Where
a
did you
doubt.
get those?
China? or on the internet one night, maybe after a few Guinness, I was like, you know what? These will be perfect for St. Patrick's Day. And you know what? Actually, it's probably after a few Jameson.
Did you ever wear them?
Not yet. No.
Okay.
St. Patrick's Day only.
Like
it-
to
but
go
not
jogging or
that-
something?
Not St. Patrick's Eve dinner at all?
Well, if I get invited, Eric Adams, I promise. You invite me, I'll wear 'em.
All right.
I hope you don't do anything uncouth with his wife there.
Ooh.
I hope everyone's wearing formal footwear like the mayor requested. I say.
Frenchie.
Oh boy.
I got a quick game for us all to play, and it's a Welker-based game. We all know he plays a lot of animal and creature-based sidekicks. So this is based on 3 of his most popular ones. So let's play a quick round of Slimer, Nibbler, or Glomer. So I'm going to, of course, Glomer from the Punky Brewster cartoon, Nibbler from Futurama, and we all know Slimer. So
They're all ers, aren't
Yes.
they? They're always an Yeah.
I was
So,
going to say these are all entries in Urban Dictionary.
probably that too. So just shout out when you know the answer. So the first one, didn't speak English, an English word until the 4th season. Is it Slimer, Nibbler, or Glomer?
Slimer.
Glomer.
Nibbler.
Okay, here we go.
Come on.
That's how Nibbler mostly was, just those Welker voices. But then in season 4, this happened.
Nibbler.
The poop eradication is but one aspect of your importance.
Yeah, so Nibbler finally talked season 4.
Yes, I'm winning.
All right, Joe's up. Character was originally called Onion Head, Slimer, Nibbler, or Glomer.
Slimer.
Gonna go with Nibbler again.
Okay, it was actually Slimer.
Disgusting blob.
Apparently, the puppet reeked so bad from having food in it that it smelled like an onion, and it kind of had those folds. So they called it Onion Head on the set of the Ghostbusters movie. Like I said, they didn't have a title for the cartoon until like the 4th episode. They started calling him Slimer. Described as a leprechaun gopher. Steve, you got to get this
Slimer.
one. Is it Slimer, Nibbler, or Glomer?
Glomer.
Glomer.
All right, let's take a look.
Slimer.
Oops. Oh, Goofnitch. Sabado.
All right, that was Glomer from the Funky Brewster cartoon. George's most hated cartoon.
I fucking hate Glomer.
Well, of course, Steve's going to get that one right because he's 50% Irish.
Yeah.
And the other half gopher.
And then this is we got one more here. Can only communicate in beeps and honks. Is it Slimer,
Steve.
Nibbler, or Glomer?
Or Steve Lawrence.
I'm gonna go with myself.
I'm going Glomer.
Okay.
Glomer.
This is a trick question. It's another Welker character. It's Tooter from the Snorks. It's another. It's another. So
That's another.
Yeah.
Another entry in
Well,
the dictionary.
And it's Welker.
And
Welker's
Welker.
Ers.
That's how you play Slimer, Nibbler, Glomer, or Tooter. That's how you play the Welker-based
Oh.
game. So
Oh
yeah,
boy,
another
that's gonna sweep the nation.
hit game show. Yeah.
It is.
What'd you think of Real Ghostbusters? Of all the, I didn't think it was all that chatty. I thought it was pretty good.
Very concise. But that was your edit, probably.
Yeah, but it wasn't too. The voice performances were funny. The animation wasn't too bad. There's a lot of action and lasers and yeah.
Well, they clearly had the budget. They had Arsenio Hall in it. They had Lorenzo Music. If you have Lorenzo Music, that just automatically makes you a good show, right? I mean,
Mhm.
like, yeah. So yeah, no, they had a budget, and of course it's going to be watchable.
Not bad for a syndicated after-school kind of cartoon.
Yeah.
George, did you learn anything from this?
I learned a lot. The Ghostbusters franchise is premised on the ancient concept of life after death, specifically that certain individuals maintain an earthly presence based on the tragic circumstances of their demise. By that supposition, however, our whole planet should be teeming with the spirits of the unjustly murdered, repressed, or condemned. Yet each of us goes about our day unimpeded by even a single ghost. So where are they? Moreover, why is it only human deaths that inspire hauntings? Why aren't veterinary clinics and factory farms haunted? Why not the creatures humans have driven to extinction, like mastodons or giant ground sloths? What about dinosaurs? Shouldn't they have left a bunch of extremely pissed off ghosts? How about trees, even blades of grass mowed down in their prime for no good reason? Why our whole planet should be awash in so many caterwauling ghosts, it would be not frightening, but frankly very irritating. But there are no such spirits haunting every square inch of the planet's surface, which is why I have to conclude reducto ad absurdum that in our world, the Ghostbusters would have nothing to do, for there are no ghosts. So in that sense, I have just busted all ghosts, and bustin' makes me feel good. And that's why I always say, the more you battle is twice the knowing.
Very good. Very
God
good.
damn. Wow.
That was. But what if a blade of grass has unfinished business on Earth? Then would it come back? That's maybe that's why it would haunt the Earth, and most just had their job and they did it. I don't know.
You've turned the episode into a cliffhanger, but we'll find out next week.
All right.
All right. How dare you use logic on this cartoon? I'm sorry. The Dowager showed
I'd like
up.
to see a wealthy. I'd like to see a wealthy dowager as a ghost, though. Can you imagine how annoying that one would be?
Ooh,
I
maybe
mean,
Don Sparrow could draw one for us, and yeah,
the ghost of a wealthy dowager.
could pop up every once in a while when something outrageous happens on Saturday morning cartoons.
The ghost of a wealthy dowager sounds like a prestige pick that will win big in award season this year.
Yeah, I can see that.
That's the
Yeah.
ghost of the wealthy dowager. Yeah, the merchandise.
Helen Mirren is the ghost of the wealthy dowager.
Hey, Steve, what do you got to promote?
VCR party every Tuesday night. Check it out.
Support the Melindas who watch VCR party.
All right, we'll put that website up in the description of this episode. Time for some Hair of the Dog. It's past our 5:45 a.m. tape time, so
Yep.
Hair of the Dog and Aaron Gobra and Slancha, everybody. Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday.
Whoa!